What if there's a civilization out there so advanced, they'd make us look like we're still trying to invent fire? A civilization that doesn't just play with one galaxy, but juggles multiple galaxies like a street circus performer. Well, meet a Type 4 civilization. And I've got to say, having a random galaxy in the universe all to myself could finally give me the space I need to spread out my Star Wars collection. Now, speaking of Star Wars, while George Lucas was still dreaming up the concept of a galaxy far, far away, back in 1964, a Soviet astronomer named Nikolai Kardashev was already envisioning civilizations that could harness the power of entire galaxies. Amidst the era of tie-dye and the Beatles, Kardashev introduced a way to measure a civilization's level of technological prowess. This brainchild of his became known as the Kardashev Scale. Alright, let's dive into the basics. The Kardashev Scale is not the latest fitness trend, although it does have everything to do with energy consumption. And no, it doesn't come with a free gym membership. Instead, it comes with a fascinating classification of civilizations based on their energy mastery. So taking the lowest spot in this classification is the Type 1 civilization. But don't be fooled, they aren't just some average Joes. No, they have cracked the code on how to use all of the energy available on their planet. Wind, solar, geothermal, they've got it all. They're the green energy superheroes of the universe. They've probably kicked global warming to the curb while they were at it. Next in line, we have Type 2 civilizations. These are the cosmic big shots. They've managed to do what seems unthinkable to us: harness the total energy of their very own star. Now, how do they do this? Insert Dyson sphere. This isn't just any megastructure, it's a colossal, mind-numbing feat of engineering that completely encircles a star. Imagine a shell or a series of rings or panels that surrounds a star, capturing every bit of its energy output. It's like having your own personal sun, a blazing ball of energy that never sets. This isn't just some energy you would plug into your Tesla, it's an energy Everest. These civilizations could potentially tame it for their own use and incinerate planets. They'd turn the most destructive force in their solar system into their greatest resource. Talk about making a real-life Death Star. Now, here's where we get into the real interesting stuff. I present you with Type 3 civilizations. These aren't just in a different league, they're playing an entirely different game, plain and simple. They're the cosmic energy tycoons, juggling stars like balls of energy and playing with galaxies as if they were their personal cosmic playground. They could position stars to create the perfect conditions for life on multiple planets, or even construct elaborate star systems for unknown purposes that only such an advanced civilization could comprehend. Imagine a civilization that could create a double sunrise by positioning two stars close to a planet, or a civilization that could build a network of stars in specific formations to serve as beacons for intergalactic navigation. The possibilities are as vast as the universe itself. Moreover, moving stars could also serve as a form of defense mechanism. In case of a potential cosmic threat, such as a rogue asteroid or a nearing supernova, a Type 3 civilization could potentially move stars to deflect or mitigate these threats, protecting their galaxy and its inhabitants. Beyond practical uses, Type 3 civilizations could also create some very wild aesthetic displays with these stars. They could design the night sky, creating their own constellations, turning the universe into a canvas that reflects their civilization's culture, history, and aspirations. And just to put this out there in case anyone wants to be a cosmic celebrity, they can probably even write your name across the sky with stars. Now, if you thought that was crazy, wait till you see what a Type 4 civilization can do. But before we dive into that, you might be scratching your head, wondering where does humanity stand in this cosmic energy race? Are we a Type 1 civilization, tapping into all the energy of our planet? Or since we can travel to the moon, are we a Type 2 civilization? Well, not exactly. In the grand cosmic scale, we're still in preschool. We're a Type 0 civilization, still taking our first baby steps towards harnessing the full potential of our planet's energy. And we've got some hefty hurdles to jump over. There's the tiny issue of climate change thanks to our love affair with fossil fuels. Then there's energy inequality, which means that not everyone around the world can flip a switch and have light. And let's not forget about the technical challenges of scaling up our renewable energy infrastructure. But let's not hang our heads just yet. The future is a canvas of possibilities. As we climb up the Kardashev scale, we could witness some incredible transformations. Picture a world powered entirely by renewable energy, with advanced technology that makes our lives not just easier, but also more sustainable. And who can say, maybe in the future we'll be the ones drawing power from the stars, venturing through the galaxy, and even managing multiple galaxies as if they were Legos. But it's incredibly important that with all this power, we need to find someone who's going to handle the energy bill. And that, my friends, is a story for another time. But as a certain scruffy-looking nerf herder once said, never tell me the odds. So now, what would this Type 4 civilization look like? Honestly, it's a bit like trying to imagine a unicorn playing a banjo. But hey, let's give it a whirl. Imagine a civilization so advanced that they don't just manipulate galaxies, they can create them. They don't just play with the laws of the universe, they write them. This is the realm of a Type 4 civilization, a civilization that plays God on a cosmic scale. They're not just spinning one galaxy on their finger, they're crafting a multitude of them, like a cosmic artist shaping a masterpiece of galaxies. It's a level of control that doesn't even come close to our wildest imaginations. You might wonder, what would their energy source look like? Well, it would need to be something as powerful as they are. They would have harnessed the power of the universe through dark energy. You might recognize it as that elusive force accelerating the universe's expansion. For us, it's a mystery, but for a Type 4 civilization, it could be their main power source. They might have unlocked its secrets, using it to weave and warp the very fabric of the universe. And what about their technology? What kind of tools would a civilization capable of creating and manipulating multiple galaxies possess? Their propulsion systems would be beyond anything we can currently conceive. We're not talking about simple rockets or even nuclear propulsion. We're talking about technology that can move planets, stars, and entire galaxies. They might control the laws of physics itself or develop warp drives that make the vastness of space trivial. Their toolbox would also include galaxy engineering tools. They could have the ability to prevent supernova or even manipulate black holes. They could have the power to create wormholes, allowing them to traverse vast distances in an instant. And their mastery over time and space would be unparalleled. They could potentially create time loops, alternate realities, or even travel through time. They might even have the ability to journey to other universes. This brings us to the concept of a multiverse. If multiple universes exist, a Type 4 civilization could potentially traverse or communicate across them. They might have allies in other universes, or they might have discovered how to escape our universe before its eventual end. I guess they took the concept of Pirates of the Caribbean to a whole different level. Such a civilization would be so far beyond our own that it's hard to even comprehend. But by imagining it, we can inspire ourselves to keep pushing the boundaries of our own knowledge and technology. Now let's bring it back home. What would the existence of a Type 4 civilization mean for us? First off, it would be a humbling reminder of our place in the universe. We're just one species on one planet in one galaxy. If there are civilizations out there that can manipulate multiple galaxies, it puts into perspective just how much we still have to learn. But how would we even know if a Type 4 civilization exists? Maybe we could detect their galaxy engineering projects or pick up their intergalactic communications. Or maybe they've already noticed us and they're just waiting for us to reach a certain level of technological advancement before they say hello. The existence of a Type 4 civilization would also have profound philosophical implications. It would force us to rethink our understanding of life, intelligence, and the nature of the universe itself. It might even give us new insights into the meaning and purpose of our own lives. And what about our future? Could we ever become a Type 4 civilization? Well, we've got a long way to go, but every journey starts with a single step. By learning more about the universe, developing new technologies, and working together as a species, who knows what we could achieve? Maybe one day we'll be the ones reshaping galaxies, venturing into the multiverse, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. It's a big dream, but as they say, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. So, there you have it. We've taken a cosmic road trip from our humble home on Earth all the way to the mind-bending concept of a Type 4 civilization. We've explored the Kardashev Scale, from Type 1 civilizations that can harness all the energy of their planet, to Type 4 civilizations that could potentially manipulate the universe. Even though the gap between the two would be like going from learning how to walk to traversing across the multiverse in an interstellar galactic spaceship. We've also imagined the incredible technologies a Type 4 civilization might possess, from advanced propulsion systems to galaxy engineering tools, and even control over time and space. And we've pondered what all this could mean for us and for humanity. It's a lot to take in, but it's a reminder of the incredible potential of our universe and our own potential to learn, grow, and maybe one day reach for the stars. But what do you think? Could a Type 4 civilization exist? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this cosmic journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating explorations of our universe. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep looking up. The universe is full of wonders, and who knows what we'll discover next. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.